In this video, we'll be taking a look at 2 college football games happening on September 12, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 4 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 2 college football games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. South Alabama versus Northwestern State. The Northwestern State Demons and the South Alabama Jaguars are set to face off this Saturday in Week 3 of college football at Hancock-Whitney Stadium. This matchup brings together 2 teams at very different levels within the college football landscape, promising an interesting game, albeit one with a likely predictable outcome. The Northwestern State Demons, representing a lower-tier football championship subdivision program, have consistently struggled, particularly on the defensive side of the ball. They haven't displayed much resistance or competitiveness in recent games, which has contributed to their poor reputation. On the other hand, the South Alabama Jaguars, while clearly the superior team in this contest, have not exactly lived up to expectations so far this season. Despite being favored in both of their previous games, they have underperformed, starting the season 0-2 straight up, and have failed to cover the spread in 6 of their last 8 games. What makes this game particularly interesting is that South Alabama is listed as a heavy favorite, the largest spread they've seen since their 2017 matchup against Alabama Agricultural and Mechanical. Given their recent form and struggles to cover spreads, backing the Jaguars to win by such a wide margin feels risky. Therefore, instead of siding with South Alabama, the Northwestern State Demons to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Arizona State versus Texas State. The Arizona State Sun Devils will be seeking their first road victory of the season when they take on the Texas State Bobcats on Thursday evening. The matchup is set to take place at Bobcat Stadium, with both teams entering the game undefeated. Arizona State will aim to maintain its winning streak, while Texas State looks to defend its home turf in what promises to be a highly competitive contest. In their most recent outing, the Sun Devils secured a hard-fought 30-23 win over Mississippi State, covering the spread as 6-point favorites. On the other hand, the Bobcats are coming off a dominant 49-10 victory over UTSA, where they comfortably covered as 2.5-point favorites. With both teams off to strong starts this season, this game marks the first ever meeting between Arizona State and Texas State, adding an extra layer of intrigue to the contest. The Texas State Bobcats are enjoying a perfect 2-0 start to the season after their resounding 49-10 victory over UTSA. The Bobcats dominated early, racing to a 35-3 halftime lead, and never looked back as they cruised to an easy win. Texas State outgained UTSA 511-334 in total yards, forced 2 turnovers, and converted 4 of 3 third-down opportunities. In their season opener, Texas State narrowly defeated Lamar 34-27, struggling at times against their football championship subdivision opponent. However, they quickly rebounded with a statement win over UTSA. So far, the Bobcats' offense has been impressive, averaging 47.5 points per game while accumulating 291 passing yards and 204 rushing yards per game. Defensively, they've allowed an average of 18.5 points per game, while converting 42.3% of their third down attempts and going 3 of 5 on 4th down through their first 2 games. The Arizona State Sun Devils are also off to a 2-0 start this season, following a 30-23 victory over Mississippi State last week. The Sun Devils jumped out to a commanding 27-3 halftime lead, but faltered in the second half, nearly allowing the Bulldogs to come back and tie the game. Despite the shaky finish, Arizona State outgained Mississippi State 428-298 in total yards, forced 1 turnover, and converted 5 of 5 third-down attempts in the win. In their season opener, Arizona State trounced Wyoming 48-7, showcasing their dominance on both sides of the ball. Through 2 games, the Sun Devils' offense has averaged 39 49 points per game, with 163.5 passing yards and a staggering 293.5 rushing yards per contest. On defense, Arizona State has allowed only 15 points per game while converting 43.3% of their third down attempts and going a perfect 4 of 4 on fourth down. Both teams have started the season with back-to-back wins, but the Sun Devils appear to have the edge as they face stiffer competition and emerge victorious. Arizona State's ground game has been particularly impressive, with their top 4 rushers averaging more than 5 yards per carry. Meanwhile, Texas State's pass defense has been a weakness, despite their strong showing against UTSA. This could prove problematic for the Bobcats, as Arizona State demonstrated in their Week 1 win over Wyoming that they are more than capable of moving the ball through the air. While the Bobcats have shown balance on offense, Arizona State's defense has been suffocating, allowing fewer than 200 passing yards and just 40 rushing yards per game. Expect the Sun Devils to stifle Texas State's offense and continue their strong start to the season. Arizona State has been dominant through the first 2 weeks of play, outscoring their opponents by a combined 78-30 margin. In contrast, Texas State struggled to put away football championship subdivision opponent Lamar, barely escaping with a 34-27 win before dismantling UTSA 49-10 in their second game. While there isn't much in-depth analysis needed for this matchup, Arizona State, a Power 5 conference team, is only being asked to cover a 1-point spread against a Group of 5 opponent. Texas State has turned the ball over just once this season, while Arizona State has yet to commit a turnover. The Sun Devils' defense has been stout, allowing just 15 points per game and even scoring 2 defensive touchdowns this season. With their defense likely to be the deciding factor, Arizona State should have the upper hand in this showdown between 2 potent offenses. Although Arizona State had a rough second half against Mississippi State last week, they should carry plenty of momentum into this game after securing the win. The Sun Devils relied heavily on their rushing attack, which proved unstoppable. Texas State also made a statement with their win over UTSA, and they will benefit from playing at home. However, it's difficult to see how the Bobcats will be able to stop Arizona State's running back, Cam Scativo, who has been a force on the ground. Therefore, the Arizona State Sun Devils to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. One area where Texas State holds an advantage is at quarterback, with fifth-year signal caller Jordan McLeod leading their offense. Meanwhile, Arizona State will rely on Sam Leavitt, who has limited experience with just 65 career passing attempts over 2 seasons. Given this disparity, it would be prudent for Arizona State's head coach, Kenny Dillingham, to avoid turning this contest into a high-scoring affair. The best strategy for Arizona State is to lean on their powerful running game, which is anchored by Cam Scativo, who rushed for 262 yards on 33 carries against Mississippi State. By controlling the tempo and limiting possessions, Dillingham can put his young quarterback in the best position to succeed. Arizona State boasts one of the top run defenses in the country and has also been effective against the pass. As a result, it's unlikely that Texas State will be able to score enough points to push the game over the projected total. The Sun Devils held Southeastern Conference opponent Mississippi State to just 23 points last week and limited Wyoming to 7 points in their season opener. While Texas State has piled up points against lesser defenses, they will face a much stiffer test against Arizona State's formidable defense. With the total set at 59 points, the line appears to be slightly inflated. While the game could come close to that number, Arizona State's strong defense and run-heavy approach should lead to fewer points being scored. Therefore, under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.